Hello, this is Jer. Just about to hit the big rewind in this playthrough. Typically when that happens it's because something has gone terribly wrong in my base, but that's actually not the case today. Rather, I want to do this to change the format. I've been doing the Rhyme playthrough, and updates for that is every 5 cycles, and I think that's not nearly enough. And this playthrough, I've been way too wordy, so I want to kind of meet the balance between the two. Plus, I've been trying to do 2 playthroughs at once. There's just not enough time in the day. I wish there was, but I'm going to concentrate on this particular asteroid. So I'm going to replay this exact one, but film it in such a way that it's more relevant and quick-paced, but not as quick as the Rhyme playthrough. Well, just before I do that, by the way, that playthrough is going to be called Rad Moon, so look for that later today. But before I leave, let me give you a few thoughts on this space. And by the way, this is a little bit further ahead than I was earlier. First thought I have in this sort of townhouse city, I've got a science lab, material study terminal, textiles room, and hospital, for instance. It's a neat idea. In practice, I don't think I really needed it. For the longest time, I've only used 4 of the 10. I think there are really good cases where, especially where you want temperature control on a base around, but probably not as useful as I thought this would be. These batteries, on the other hand, I'm definitely going to be bringing these into my future bases. I knew that these glossy geckos produced a good amount of plastic, but I was quite surprised at how much you really can get. I have built a rocket specially designed for carrying, I call it the black cargo rocket. We got carbon dioxide here and crude oil. I have not even touched this. I made a big effort in getting this crude oil here, but because these guys are so effective at producing plastic, as well as these guys with reed fiber, I don't think that is going to be my focus on getting crude oil, rather getting Dracos. The other thing is I made some wild plants here, Bristol blossoms for these guys, and pinch of pepper plants. I'm probably not going to rely on Bristol plant blossoms because it's actually not enough food for them, plus they're in oxygen for a good portion of the time, unlike these guys who can be in hydrogen. And you want hydrogen because these guys regenerate their scales in hydrogen. On the rocket side of things, I've got a blue cargo and a black cargo. I'm thinking this was decent, but in a future playthrough, in the next playthrough, I'm going to combine these two. I'm going to kick oxygen out of the blue cargo. I'm storing here oxygen and water. Rather, I'm just going to have one rocket that has water in it and gas of carbon dioxide. I'm not going to bother so much with crude oil or the oxygen itself. Over on my food production asteroid, definitely going to rely on this sleet wheat. But one thing I might do is lower these guys' rooms so that I've got an extra layer of that sleet wheat down there. And the other thing is I want to do multi-planting. So start a room over here, have a Pip's planting while another Pip is over here. Kind of did it one at a time, and it takes so much longer that way. So for power production, no doubt, pretty much going to do a very similar thing with steam turbine. I was looking for some obsidian, and silly I dug into here. Very difficult mission. Probably actually more dangerous than going to space. And come to find out, I had so much obsidian in this world that I could have brought over. So silly me on that one. And the reason I was doing that was to catch up with my Rhyme playthrough, where I have essentially melted molten steel in this area, and I want to pipe that through. And insulated obsidian was what I wanted. Anyway, note to self on that for the next playthrough. Final thing is I had some problems with my liquid pumps and my rockets. One of the rockets, can't remember which one, didn't have electrical wire plugged into it. I think that was the blue cargo. Going to really aim to not be in that situation. I think that is it for this update. So very much looking forward to your thoughts when I post the next one. It's called Rad Moon again. Hopefully I will see you in that video.